Hi, I'm Lori Fangio, and I'm delighted you're here with me today in the Supermarket. In our previous video, I toured you through an average supermarket, going food group by food group to help you make the best choices possible for your health. But today, we're here where the healthy people come to shop, a health supermarket. All of the same rules apply, it's just that you have a greater selection here. So let's get started. One of the best parts about shopping at a health food supermarket is their huge selection of plant-based proteins. We'll get to that in a moment. First, we're going to start with animal proteins. That's meat, dairy, and eggs. You'll be hard-pressed to find anything here at this store that has hormones or antibiotics added. Fresh meat products include the usual beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and veal raised with fewer ethical challenges, as well as bison, which is a little lower in fat and higher in protein. You'll find plenty of certified organic choices, which means no chemicals, pesticides, or herbicides were used in the production of these products. Also, no GMOs. The best choices are animals that have been grass-fed, grass-raised, or pasture-raised. And what that means is they've eaten natural products, including bugs and worms, as part of their intake. These methods make the meat or poultry higher in omega-3 fats, the better types of saturated fats, and a good kind of omega-6 called conjugated linoleic acid. The overall fat content in these animals is lower than factory farm animals, and many meet the extra lean definition. Another very good bet are the fortified meats, poultry, and fish. They may state on the label that they have higher omega-3s than the usual product. These livestock and fish are given feed naturally high in omega-3s, which is then converted in their bodies. This is especially important in fish because common fish farming practices have resulted in a population of fish that are lower in the omega-3s and higher in the less desirable omega-6 fatty acids. If you like cured meats like bacon, ham, and sausage, they're not generally recommended, but the supermarkets carry products with less trans fats, saturated fats, less sodium, and no nitrates. So be sure and read the labels and make your selections carefully. Now we're in the dairy section, and I want to talk to you just a little bit about dairy that comes from cows. Cows that are raised naturally in pastures and are grass-fed have better fat profiles. They also have a different flavor to the products depending on what the animals have been eating. Some of the products are fortified with omega-3 fatty acids later in production. Omega-3 milk is gaining popularity. Some of the milk products coming from pasture-raised cows may not be homogenized, which may present some health advantages. Just like with regular low-fat milks, be sure to look for fortification of vitamin A and D that are generally lost in fat removal. Some markets even carry buffalo milk that's richer and creamier and has less cholesterol. You might even find cheeses made here mozzarella style. And when it comes to goat's milk has less lactose, which makes it wonderful for lactose intolerant people. It's generally thought of as easier to digest. The milk is sold in its natural form and in yogurts, kefirs, and cheeses, both soft and hard. Health food supermarkets have a wonderful selection of yogurts containing probiotics and active cultures, and they even have a selection of Greek yogurts and kefirs that may even have more active cultures and probiotics for your digestive health. Something possibly even better than regular probiotic products are symbiotics or symbiotics, where the probiotic bacteria are added along with their own food source. Prebiotics, which are actually types of soluble fiber. There's a broader range of cheese here too. Some are super aged, which make them great for probiotics, protein, and calcium. You will also find naturally spreadable cheeses such as ricotta, naturally low in fat, and rich cheese spreads like creme fraiche. Though creme fraiche is cultured, it's based on whole cream, and so it's not generally recommended for the health conscious, unless it's made from the top cream of pasture-raised milk. We're in the butter section of our supermarket. Butters are pretty much all the same, although you will find some great organic options here in stores like this. You also may find some European butter that can be as much as 84% butter fat. Another interesting product you'll find here is ghee, which is basically clarified butter. And what this does is it concentrates the flavor and gives it a higher smoke point. So check these out. Eggs can be modified like meat products by grass raising, and also supplementing their feed with flax will increase the good omega-3 fatty acids in the egg product. Specialty egg substitutes are another advantage of health-oriented supermarkets. Like those found in regular supermarkets, these products are mostly based on egg whites. However, you will find some with the advantages of specialty eggs, organic and high in omega-3 fatty acids. These stores also have a great selection of dried beans and legumes that are wonderful for your diet because they're high in protein, high in fiber, and low cost. Many varieties even have phytochemicals and antioxidants, so be sure and read the labels. And also check out the beans and legumes in the canned section and the frozen food section. When it comes to legumes, the soybean has the highest quality protein. It's important to consider the form of the soy product to limit the intake of anti-nutrients. Organic and fermented soy products are at the top of the recommended list. Tofu or bean curd is probably the most frequently used soy product in the Western countries due to its lack of basic flavor and ability to pick up the seasonings and even change texture as needed. Common tofu is not fermented. Fermented tofu is often called fuyu and is available in plain or pre-seasoned, often like cheeses. Be aware that it's often heavily salted. Edamame, otherwise known as green or immature soybean, is not fermented but has somewhat lower levels of anti-nutrients. In general, it's available pre-cooked and frozen in the pod to be reheated. Miso is a fermented soy paste made with various grains. If you are gluten intolerant, be sure to read the label carefully to make the right choice. Miso is also high in salt, and so it is used as a base for soups, sauces, and salad dressings, and even vegan cheeses. Tempeh, blocks of fermented soybeans, is often combined with various grains. It's low in salt and it's used like tofu. Natto is fermented from soybeans alone with specific organisms. It's an acquired taste, so it's more often sold in Asian markets than Western markets. Soy-based meat, dairy, and egg substitutes abound in these stores. They can be highly processed, so reading the labels is a must. Though these shops usually stock the best of the best, every once in a while there'll be a surprise like hydrogenated fats. When it comes to vegan eggs, some are high in protein and made from soybeans. You'll find veggie burgers made from seeds and vegetables. Be sure and check the labels for preservatives and hydrogenated fats. Dairy alternative milks can be part of a healthy diet, where nuts, grains, and seeds are blended with water and fortified with vitamins and nutrients like calcium, the D vitamins, and B12 to make it a healthy product for your body. Soy milk has a good amount of protein. Select 100% organic for no GMOs. Fermented soy milk is available generally in powdered form to be mixed with water. After soy, vegetable milks with the most protein tend to be hemp and oat. Though the amounts are not consistent, checking the label is an important thing to do. There are lots of choices here in stores like this for non-dairy yogurts. Try almond, soy, or coconut. Be sure and check the labels though for active cultures to be sure it'll be good for your digestion, and watch out for artificial sweeteners. And if you don't want to choose a ready-made product, you can also find live cultures here to make your own yogurt at home. You'll also find vegan cheeses here. They vary in flavor, ability to melt, protein content, and fat source, so be sure and read the labels to see what you're actually eating. They can be divided into two major categories, nut-based and others, usually soy-based. While nut-based products may have some health advantages, most of the soy-based products are not a source of protein and tend to be high in the omega-6 fats, and some contain palm oil, so most of these are best for occasional use in small amounts. Purchase your nuts and seeds in bulk because it's more cost-effective that way, and even though nuts tend to be high in fats, they're the good fats that our body needs. Good sources of nuts with the omega-3 fats include almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp hearts, and walnuts. Purchase these from the refrigerated or frozen food section. Because of the high oil content, they can go rancid, and when that happens, it increases free radicals. Those with a good amount of omega-9s are hazelnuts and macadamia nuts. Peanuts are actually legumes, but they have the most protein of all of these types of products. In these types of stores, you'll find a variety of butters made from just about any kind of nut. In regular supermarkets, we're used to seeing peanut butters. But here, you'll find natural types without hydrogenated fats and tons of added sugar and salt. But also almond butter, cashew butter, hazelnut butter, macadamia butter, walnut butter. And for those of you allergic to tree nuts, sunflowers and seed butters like chia seed butter and hemp butter. You'll also find coconut butter and chestnut butter spreads, though these tend not to be a significant source of protein. Mushrooms contain a modest amount of protein, vitamin D, and zinc. Mushrooms are also a source of beta-glucans, which have been linked to various health benefits in scientific research, including blood sugar balance and immune function. And the stems are a source of prebiotics, which are good for digestive and immune health. These stores have an impressive selection of fresh and dried mushrooms. The dried ones can be reconstituted for your recipes. Another often overlooked high-protein plant is seaweed. In addition to high-quality proteins, they offer an impressive array of vitamins and minerals, and many offer the omega-3 fats as well as plant-type antioxidants. Because of the high iodine content in seaweed, be cautious if you have thyroid issues. When making a selection, be sure to check for sodium content, as a fair number of these products are pre-salted. Related to the seaweed products are the microalgae, chlorella and spirulina. These products both have a rich amount of the omega-3 fats and are great to add to soups and shakes to boost the nutritive value. Nutritional yeast is also a great source of protein and the B vitamins, and it's wonderful for adding flavor to foods. Now we're going to talk about starches, and we'll start with cereals. In the supermarkets, you'll find so many choices of organic whole grain goods. There's lots to choose from here. You can choose just about any grain you want here, and if you need to go gluten-free, you can still have the benefit of whole grains with products that are based on quinoa, buckwheat, and rice. And when you see colors here, they're fruit and vegetable extracts. Just as sprouted whole grains are great for breads, they're also made into cereals, both cold and hot. These products tend to be richer than the usual cereals and, of course, perceived as more nutritious by the body. The classic health food cereal granola can be found here in wide variety in both bulk packaging and prepackaged varieties. They come in a variety of combinations of grains, nuts, added fruits, and sweeteners. Muesli is essentially loose granola and can be eaten raw or cooked into a rich porridge. While the types of cereals found in health-oriented stores tend to be whole and unrefined, some brands are still fortified with the standard assortment of B vitamins and iron, with some taking the extra step and adding other vitamins such as C and D. In addition to whole grain breads, these markets have a great assortment of whole grain crackers, muffins, tortillas, and wraps. These products usually contain whole grain flours, including some sprouted, cage-free eggs or no eggs, natural butters, even nuts, seeds, and legumes. Some may be sprouted themselves. Sourdough products abound, including whole grain, which double the health advantage. Baked goods sold here tend to be free from artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, preservatives, or trans fats. Some of these products may contain white flour. Be sure to read the labels. In addition to whole grain breads, you'll find a variety of pastas also made from whole grains. Regular supermarkets often carry at least whole grain semolina or durum wheat noodles and spaghettis. You'll find all sorts of products here from different types of wheat grains, including spelt and kamut. For those of you avoiding gluten, brown rice, quinoa, and buckwheat pastas are available. Brown rice pasta in particular has a taste closest to that of the refined white flour pasta. Whole grain and specialty flours for baking are easy to find here. Here you may also find some of the following in their least refined forms. Some of these products are found in the refrigerator or freezer section to prevent rancidity. You will also find other grain products to use as rice alternatives. These include green wheat, oat groats, which have a meaty texture, buckwheat groats, which are gluten-free. Buckwheat groats have a very distinctive scent and taste and may take some getting used to, but they're one of the healthiest foods around. For the best oils and fats, you've come to the right place. The supermarket has lots and lots of choices. Of course, these oils tend to be a little on the expensive side, but that's probably okay because you're really supposed to just use them in moderation in your diet. The plant oils highest in the omega-3 alpha-linoleic acids, ALA, are chia seed oil, hemp seed oil, flaxseed oil, almond, camelina oil, low erucic rapeseed or canola oil. The oils highest in omega-9 oleic acid, olive oil, hazelnut oil, macadamia nut, avocado oil, high oleic sunflower and safflower oils. Saturated vegetable fats worth mentioning include coconut oil or butter, red palm oil. Red palm oil is high in saturated fats, but there may be some benefits there. And for vegans, they're a great oil to use for baked goods and toppings. Other specialty oils are high in omega-6 but have other properties, and so some are recommended. Margarine alternatives feature a blend of organic oils rich in omega-3s and omega-9s, such as canola, flaxseed, and olive, rich in phytosterols and vitamin E. Some are based on coconut fat, and some feature palm fruit oil to obtain proper texture. Other high-fat products include mayonnaise and dressings made with or without eggs, and often available in reduced-fat versions. And now we're in the produce section, which is a great place to find lots of products that are organic and non-GMOs. And if you don't have a farmer's market close to you, this is the best place to be. You'll also find a lot of specialty products here, like heirloom tomatoes that you wouldn't find in the regular grocery store. And remember, hybrids are not GMOs. Organic fruits and vegetables tend to be smaller than mass-produced types and come with more blemishes. This does not, however, diminish the taste or the quality. Great varieties of dried fruits and vegetables are available in stores like these. But remember, sulfites are sometimes used in the preservation process, so if you're sensitive, be sure and check the labels. The frozen food section of the supermarket tends to be geared a little more towards health, with lots of whole foods to choose from, including fruits, vegetables, and even meat protein. Here you will find both whole foods, fruits, vegetables, legumes, meat, poultry, fish, and whole grains or legume products without preservatives that are considered to be too fragile to be on the regular store shelves, such as bread, flours, and even some tempehs, as well as ready-made fare, including the usual desserts, TV dinners, and other convenience foods. For those of you that may be unfamiliar with it, corn is a wheat fungus egg material that can be used to make imitation meats. It has been associated with digestive side effects, so caution is recommended here, though it remains a popular product with happy customers in several countries. And though you're among friends here in the frozen food section, it never hurts to check the label for hidden ingredients like salts and hydrogenated fats. While snack foods are not generally recommended, if they're undeniably part of your diet, this is the place to find them. There are dried fruits and vegetables with no added sulfates or refined sugar or excessive salt, and high-quality antioxidant-rich chocolate. Also, chocolate-coated fruits and nuts, whole grain crackers, pretzels, chips alternatives, as well as antioxidant-rich, fiber-rich root vegetable chips. While there's some good options here, there's still processed foods, so always check your labels. And remember, whole foods are always the best foods. Specialty supermarkets tend to have a wide selection of fresh herbs and spices that are undeniably wonderful for your health. But they also have dried spices and spice blends that can be used in soups, dressings, and any kind of recipes. Those labeled organic and all natural are quite reliable in their quality. We'll get into seasoning choices for foods and advantageous combinations in later episodes. These specialty stores also have a great selection of salts. We talked in the previous episode about salt and salt substitutes, but these stores offer something different, the natural salts. While common sea salt is perhaps the best known here, there are others worth mentioning. Black salt, sodium-based salts, often rich in sulfurous compounds. These salts have been used traditionally in various countries to aid in the digestive system. Seaweed salts, salt with microalgae or ground seaweeds mixed in, sometimes with sesame seeds. Himalayan salt, believed to offer the balance of minerals most recognized by the body. Salt substitutes, lower in sodium and higher in other minerals. This is a great place to find dry mixes, sauces, and dressings, but it's always preferable to make your own. Here you can enjoy the convenience and gourmet touch of the experts without too much worry. They are often home-style recipes made by blending herbs, spices, pureed tomatoes, milks, and good oils, with minimal preservatives and no GMOs. Now let's talk about sweeteners. In our previous episode, we talked about the different sweeteners available on the market, and here you'll find a great variety of those, including honeys, agave nectar, real maple syrup. Among these, cane juice is the best option, even more so than honey. Unlike refined sugar, it's unbleached, which eliminates undesirable bleaching agents and the risk of not being vegan. If you like the taste of honey, you'll find many varieties in the specialty supermarket. From raw to regular and plain to flavored, sourced from many different types of blossoms. Let's talk about sugar alternatives. In a regular supermarket, they can be hard to find, but there's so many choices in the supermarket. They include coconut sugar and nectar, which have tastes mildly reminiscent of brown sugar or maple sugars, but with a fraction of the impact on your blood sugar, blood fats, or liver. Among the non-caloric options, chicory root sweetener, also known as inulin, is associated with the least aftertaste and may play a role in digestive health. Stevia has been the longest running non-caloric sweetener and will be found here in various forms. It is often mixed with fillers and has a distinct aftertaste. As with any such product, go for the least processed with the fewest and most trustworthy additives. Monk fruit, also known as Lujan Gu, yields a powdery sweetener with high sweetness similar to stevia, though with notably less aftertaste. The most widely marketed product is combined with several ingredients, including dextrose, but in an insignificant amount. The juices here tend to be more on the whole side, with less additives in terms of color and sugar. You'll find many on the shelves, and you'll also find plenty in the refrigerated section. The selection of fruit varieties tend to be much larger in these stores, with a focus on high oxidant blends. However, do read the labels to make sure you know what you're buying. There are also pre-blended smoothies and shakes based on both fruits and vegetables, some with added superfoods as in microalgae, herbal or tea extracts, and probiotics. Behind me are the most popular Health Bomb specialty juices. Some are pure and some are mixed with flavoring agents, including other plant extracts with their own potential health benefits. In the drink section, you'll find plenty of canned and bottled teas, bottled sodas, even sports drinks. And they tend to be a little better than what you would find at the conventional supermarket, but it's still better to make your own. Organic free trade coffees and loose teas are available here in amazing variety, as are prebiotic-rich coffee substitutes. This eliminates the harmful pesticides found in conventional growing, but leaves behind all of the rich antioxidants and delicious coffee flavor. Decaffeinated products also tend to be made with the better, less toxic methods. If you still like the convenience of bagged tea, you can find products here using bags that have not been treated with harmful chemicals. Here at the supermarket, you've got a great selection of cocos, many varieties to choose from. Always be sure and check the labels though to make sure there are no hydrogenated fats or preservatives. You'll also find a variety of carob powder here for flavoring your milks. Carob is also high in antioxidants as well as fiber. Thanks for joining me today in the supermarket, where we explored all of the departments and the wonderful products that are available for you and your good health. Please join me on future episodes where we're going to talk about how to actually turn these products into delicious food for your healthy body.